Okay, here we go. I'm excited to do this voiceover. This is for tract 39 at Chalk Bluff. Looks to be 12 acres. And I've done 3 or 4 voiceovers this afternoon already, but I've been waiting to end on this one just because this happens to have a really nice trail, a really nice ridge. I remember doing the ground video, and I really enjoyed this property, so I've been excited to watch and narrate the drone video. We're parked on the easement road, and we're looking down the trail. We're looking southwest. That is a private trail on the property. Super nice. I mean, wow. You can see quite a bit of timber. The tracks at Chalk Bluff were logged within the last several years. Some were logged heavily, some were not. This does not appear to have been logged heavily, and you can see all kinds of good timber. And this is starting to go into the fall when we did this video on a very overcast day, but it's still looking good. And we're kind of following that private trail back, meandering back and forth quite a bit apparently with the drone. I don't know what that was about. And then it opens up into this large cleared site, which is awesome, and it's easily far enough off the road to meet the setbacks for building. I mean, you could bring a brush hog out there and mow that, and you're going to have an instant yard and an instant place to pull in and turn around, even with a big RV or camper or whatnot. It's great. As we continue southwest, the long ridge continues, large flat area, very cool, and then the property slopes down at the southwestern edge to a gravel creek bed. And I don't think we go quite that far in the video, unfortunately. Oh, maybe we do, we'll see. We're now actually facing the easement road and going backwards. I think we were more interested in that cleared site though when we did this video, but feel free to explore that gravel creek bed. You're almost sure to find some cool stuff. It's definitely a wet weather creek, although it may have puddles of water in it throughout the year, but pretty cool to have that source of gravel right there for building projects or landscaping or whatnot. And that's at the southwest end of the property, and you can look at the topo map and see that. And regarding the topo map, if you take a look at that, you can see the actual trail and then a little black square at the end of the trail on the property. So what that indicates on these topo maps is that there was at one time or another a structure on the property. So now we're looking to the west. Off in the distance you can see a more heavily logged area that's not on this property. But the black dot indicates that at some time or another there was some kind of structure there. Now these maps were often done in the 50s, I think by the USDA or USGA, and we have no idea if that structure was a little tin shack or a mansion or a log cabin or a rock house. We have no idea, but we do know that there's a little black dot there. So that 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10 that we've seen indicates that there was a structure there at some point. So that's something that's kind of cool and exciting if you're into the history or into bringing your metal detector and checking out to see if there are some artifacts. So now we're back at the county road. I mean, there's so much going on with this property, even if it didn't have the private trail and building site and all that. I mean, we're within about 1/8 of a mile of the Rocky Creek Conservation Area, and the particular section of the conservation area is about 3,000 acres of land that's open to the public for hunting and recreation and whatnot. Now we're looking over the property. You can see one of the heavily logged areas not on the property, further off in the distance there. So you've got the Rocky Creek Conservation. If you go to the west for about a mile or so, you've got the actual Chalk Bluff overlooking the Jacks Fork River, which is one of the prettiest sights that we've ever seen. I mean, it's spectacular. Just gorgeous here in the Ozarks, in this area in particular. You've got great hunting with white-tailed deer, with turkey, completely off-grid. So if you're an off-grid type, or that's kind of what you're looking for, then this is great for that. You're not too far out of Eminence, Missouri, Mountain View, Missouri, which has probably the closest Walmart, which is important to a lot of people. So yeah, I mean, a lot going on. It's a great area for recreation. If you plan to build a year-round home, definitely keep in mind the off-grid factor. But as far as for camping or hunting or building a cabin for vacations, I mean, this looks really, really good to us. So a special tract in a really nice area. If it's still available, you'll see it on InstantAcres.com in the over 10 acres category, or you can shoot us an email if you like at sales@InstantAcres.com. And if this one is sold, then we'll find something else that you love, and we look forward to working with you.